you. You look great.
Right.
But look, what message am I sending? You know, you're going to attract the wrong attention. Mm-hmm. Doesn't mean that you can't be pretty, but just know where that line is. Know your limits. You know, start thinking a little bit like, I can be a little bit more modest, maybe a little bit more reserved.
And it's still, like you said, and that's what I think speaks to me, is that it's still fashionable, it's still cute, it's still attractive, but it's not as out there as, you know, other outfits. Mm-hmm. So I think we've all, you know, grown into this way of thinking. And especially, like you said, you and I coming from the Glamour Girl background to being more modest.
Exactly. You know, we talked on the phone the other day about avoiding compromising situations, and I think that's one thing I've seen in my business. You know, I was a model before, then did some acting, then some now hosting. But working with other women, I noticed they compromise so much to be liked. And again, your focus needs to be on being respected. And I will tell you this from experience: the minute I was able to make that. Have a different frame of mind with, not worrying about being so cutesy and liked and being more respected, I'll tell you what, the degree, the level of quality of work that I started to receive went up. So we really just focus.
Just pitch it as a financial thing, you know. You're going to work more.
You will work more.
Yeah, you will work more. You can put the girly cutesy stuff out there, but if you get the respect, you're going to work more, and that people will listen to the dollar, you know.
Yeah, and you don't want to become, I've seen lots of girls. I don't even really want to say this.
No.
I see girls. I see girls that I've worked with in the past, and they may hook up with the client because they think they're going to get more work.
We've both seen that. Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I'll tell you what, that is short-lived. It's short-lived. They end up disrespecting themselves. And you know what? I have seen this firsthand. The client will normally tell other people, don't hire her.
We've seen that on a job. You and I have both seen that on a job.
She's
that
a risk.
In specific. Absolutely.
I mean, wasn't there like am I allowed to talk about the pageant, a beauty pageant?
Yes, I was in the Miss Hawaiian, a beauty pageant. I was in a beauty pageant, and I had seen certain things that are similar to that. But we've seen it on regular jobs too.
Yeah, where they'll try and hook up.
Yeah, when they try to do that, it's ridiculous.
Ridiculous. I mean, hooking up with radio hosts, males, that's okay though. I just
just get it out there, and
it's very common too in the business world. A boss, a president, may even offer you a huge bonus, and then. But so what are you doing? Let's go get drinks tonight. I'm telling you, find another job. You have to trust in yourself. You have to, you're not worth that. You're worth so much more. And women get so scared. And they think,
there's a level of insecurity. There's a level of insecurity there, which to me is always hilarious. And you'll have these amazingly beautiful, smart girls like yourself. And then a lot of times there'll be a level of insecurity that you're like, what? Where is this insecurity? Like, you guys are so, why are you,
Yes.
Why are you...
I think it's the pressure that we've been taught to be nice.
Right.
And, we are having to be put in an uncomfortable situation where you have to stand up for yourself. And it's hard to stand up for yourself if you have not been trained as a young person to be polite, to be kind, to be nice. But if you are put in an uncomfortable situation, you have got to be confrontational. It's uncomfortable. Nobody likes it, but you have to do that to let that other person know, you are behaving inappropriately. Leave me alone.
Hey, I wanted to bring something up just for a second. We have a little segment on our program, Genvieve, called Hottie Help Mistakes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And check it out. This is my first Hottie Help mistake moment.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
This is
really?
when why don't you explain what it is to everybody?
We talk about topics and we talk about, do's and don'ts, but then it's funny in our real life we'll notice people making huge mistakes.
We catch them online.
Oh, sure.
So I had a moment where somebody through our show and show publicity, sought me out. Mm-hmm. And I'm looking at their profile.
That's interesting.
And I was kind of like, oh, this person's like not interested in the show. They're interested like maybe in me.
Oh, yeah.
So I just ignored it. But it was so weird. I know. God, groupies. But it was funny because I just read the profile and I started reading the profile. I go, oh, this is looking for love, not looking for Hottie Help Safety.
And also, we always talk about when people are doing online dating or trying to approach you online and you've never met them before. Remember the when you're meeting a person for the first time,
right.
You are not meeting them, you are meeting their publicist. They're putting their best foot forward
their
on
agent,
that.
Somebody they have hired.
Exactly. On their profile, it is not necessarily who they are. And especially for women to be careful, because there are predators out there that
a lot of predators
are pretending, the wolf in sheep's clothing, or the person who's slightly askew, or you just have to be really, really careful.
Let's talk about some of those things. We talked about in dating situations, especially now with this online dating so popular. I cannot believe how many people are so trusting that, I'm going to go meet him at this bar. Are you going by yourself? Are you kidding me?
Or I'm going to embed my email into the profile.
Yes.
Know?
So some of the things that I suggest to friends is meet for lunch instead of dinner and drinks.
Right.
Lunches are short. It's out,
in the daytime.
Somewhere well populated.
That you're familiar with,
A lot of these things we've heard over and over. They're just good reminders. Big. I mean, if I could I tell you this is so important. Date in a group. If you are going to go out at night, take some girlfriends with you. Or mix it up. Have some other couples, because, I like what you said, you're meeting their publicist.
You're not meeting them,
When you're in a group, you're going to be able to observe them. And you know what? This goes for guys, too. You can observe, because they can fake it for you. But now you have guys and girls, and watch to see listen to what they talk about. I love this is actually a scripture, but I love this. It says, out of the heart's abundance the mouth speaks. In other words, what's in their heart, with their main desires and goals, they're going to talk about that. You ever notice someone who loves sports? What do they talk about all the time? Listen, observe, watch how they speak to others, watch what they talk, listen to what they talk about.
There was a situation where my wife and I went out with one of our good friends, and it was almost a second date. And within seconds, my wife and I were like, oh my God, this guy's horrible. He was trying to use us for everything that we had, what can I get out of you? But it was a great moment that our friend had brought him with us so that we could step back and go, no, he's not so cool. He's not so nice.
And somebody else may not be able to see it. You guys, you're not going to believe
it,
but we're almost out of time. We have
Candace,
to wrap it up. I told you it goes by so fast.
Well, if anybody has any other questions, you're free to email
or
me.
party at my house. It's at... No,
Anyways, but thank you so much for coming on today. I felt like
thank you for having me. This has been great.
It's been wonderful, and I just feel like we didn't get everything in. But
let's make sure we give her plugs again.
Yes, absolutely.
What's that new show that you created? What's that on?
Yes, that's VelocityMag. .com, VelocityMag.com, and there you will look for Velocity TV, and you can go to my website, and I have a link there as well.
And again, let's do your website again.
Okay,
it's
so
long.
it's GenvieveChappell.com, and that's GenevieVe. It looks like Genevieve, and the last name Chappell.
Right, PPL.
And again, guys, if you want to send us questions, the email address is info@latalkradio.com. We're going to switch over to Miss Candace Kita. What's your website that you want people to know about?
Sure, it's CandaceKita.com. And of course, I have to do my disclaimer at the end of every single episode. So opinions expressed today are exactly that. They are just opinions. All situations are different. A woman facing a threatening situation should rely on professional guidance regarding their own individual circumstance.
That was such a good disclaimer. You had to cough.
I think we've all got a cold. I just happen to be coughing right now.
Everybody does. Also, Candace, you have a book coming out this year?
Yes, it's called The Hottie Handbook, A Girl's Guide to Safety, and it's going to be available on BarnesandNoble.com and Amazon.com. And also, let's talk about our new Flickr that we're going to have.
Because Genvieve has inspired us.
Oh, thank you.
We're going to get a Flickr going for Hottie Help. So I guess if you just do the search for Hottie Help, it should be up by this afternoon, right?
Yes, and you're going to be able to see all the photos from all the guests that have been on the show, a little bit about what they've been doing, and all sorts of great things with Hotties with a Heart Foundation. So you can see all the charity events that we've gone to throughout the year.
Don't forget
2008.
snapmylife.com. You can see some of the pictures of our charity stuff. Also, Alana Curry's charity stuff on snapmylife.com. Don't forget our MySpace. We have a Hottie Help MySpace. Our Facebook groups, Hottie Help. Do we have anything else I don't know about? A chess club for Hottie Help?
A gardening club.
A gardening Hottie Help.
Croquet.
Croquet. Is that pretty much it?
Yeah, Hottie Help Croquet. Thank you.